Hello everyone, this is Timothy Feist. I'm back on the episode of Flower Summer. I have been sick, so I had to actually stop. I am doing a little better, so we can do this. Let's off with an "Is it okay?"
なんとか形にはなったか。
For the regular old taste, I tried making it with sliced pork instead of usual ground meat. I feel like I managed a proper Mapo Tofu, especially with the wonderful fragrance of the scallions, which I added in at the end.
どれ味見をしてやろう。
Well, let's give it a taste. No sooner she has said this than she dips her spoon directly into the wok and scoops the steaming mixture into her mouth. Though I have to marvel at her asbestos mouth, it's her evaluation of my cooking that really interests me.
なかなかだ。今度は片栗粉がダマになっていない。上達したじゃないか。
Pretty good. Potato starch didn't congeal this time. You've improved. I have a taste of it myself. The Shaoxing rice wine I'd added for a little seasoning enhances the overall flavor. An outcome is one I can definitely be pleased with.
大したものだ。これなら特技に入れてもいいのかもしれないな。
Great work. Perhaps this could be one of your special talents.
は
Ah.
あ。
Although my motivation in coming here had been to acquire skills matching those of my Amate partner, when all said and done, it might be better to accept that I'm not a natural chef, considering my many failed attempts at making Mapo Tofu.
どうした？せっかく成功したんだ。もっと喜んだらどうだね。僕なんかまたぞろ失敗だ。
What's the matter? You got there in the end. Cheer up. I messed it up. Again. Yatsuhiro Senpai guffaws, but I'm painfully aware of the stares of the other club members.
体験入部でこんなに食材を使われちゃな。
I used up all these ingredients. I'm only here for a trial run. There are several attempts I made, plus Yatsuhiro Senpai is on top of that. Trying to ignore their looks, I can't help but sigh. It's not like I exactly refer to something I barely managed as a skill.
しかし、これだけの特訓で食べられるものを作るとは大したものだ。八重垣くんは家では食事を作っていたのかね？
But it's no small feat that you managed to whip up something edible with so little training. Did you cook back at home? Unless you knew her, you'd think that she was being sarcastic. I'm just gonna go not at all.
いや、基本的に料理はやってませんね。なんせ足がこうですから。
No, well, my legs, I couldn't do any real cooking. I slapped my hand against my thigh. Yatsuhiro Senpai looks troubled.
そうか。君もできる側の人間だということだね。
I see, so you're another one of those good at everything people. She mutters.
いや、これだけ失敗してるんですけど。
Huh? No, I mean, look how many times I messed up.
だが、ものにしたじゃないか。麻婆豆腐も鉄板料理と聞いていたから、収めておきたかったんだがね。
But you got there in the end, didn't you? I heard that Mapo Tofu was a failsafe dish, so I really wanted to master it. Her face crumbles regretfully. She really does seem envious of me. Feeling bad for her, I decided to offer her some encouragement.
定番料理こそあまりできなくてもいいかもと思うのですけど。
Since it's such a staple dish, I think you might actually be better off not making it perfectly.
おお、訳を聞こうじゃないか。
Oh, and why's that?
よくある料理は普通の料理屋やスーパーとかでも売ってるじゃないですか。だから変わった料理の方がと。
Well, it's the kind of dish you see all the time in restaurants and supermarkets, isn't it? Making something a little different to the usual recipe would spice things up. It's a pretty contrived argument. Yatsuhiro Senpai fiddles with her bangs as she considers it, her expression still troubled.
ベタなのは罪か。今時文化祭で臆面もなくメイド喫茶をやるようなものだな。
Being ordinary is practically a crime these days. Like how people shamelessly run maid cafes at their school festivals.
はい。
That face.
いや、気を使わせてしまってすまないね。どちらが上級生かわからない。
Nothing. Sorry for dumping this on you. I forgot which of us is the upperclassman here. It's not like me, but I find myself feeling real relief to see her cheerful smile again.
それでは、試食会を始めよう。
Now then, let's begin the taste testing session. The other cooking club members all voice their agreement to Yatsuhiro Senpai's proposition. Everyone samples each other's food and compares, diligently making notes as they go. As I watch them.
Yatsuhiro Senpai no temae.
Yatsuhiro Senpai. Although someone managed to put together a successful plate of food, I can only conclude that the idea of having this be my special skill is a non-starter. It appears I don't have a natural aptitude for cooking, and I'm not as passionate about it as the rest of the club members either. You need at least one of the two to really excel. Delicious. At last small size, I bite into this Szechuan style twice cooked pork. Perhaps I could take pride in it as a special skill. I peek in on the choir club as they're practicing, but... No. They say that if you like something, you'll do well at it. In my case, though. Can I imagine myself actually up there singing with them? I end up voicing my vehement refusal out loud. Guess I'll just head back. I muttered to myself, making a beeline back to the dorms. I get the feeling something's happened. I snap back. What do you mean? Sister Basque stops washing my legs. I'm a teacher. I can always tell when something's bothering you, Miss Yagaki. She smiles softly at me. And there I was, thinking I never let it show. If I may, Miss Yagaki, you really shouldn't lie. It both goes against the church's teaching and hurts me personally. Though the best liars make it to the very top. I want to retort back, but not in the mood to try cracking jokes with Sister Basque. I merely nod vaguely. So, what happened? You were looking ever so gloomy. I find myself instinctively patting my cheeks, wondering just how obviously I was pouting. Sister Basque elegantly covers her mouth with her hand to hide her smile. Would you mind talking about it with me? At her prompting, I tell her about my earlier conversation with the Sasakis and how it led me to try acquiring a special skill of my own. I'll leave out the part about how all this related to Takasaki. I see, but you are already an avid reader, Miss Yagaki.
それを特技とするのは違う気がするんです。趣味ならそうでしょうが、そもそも技とは違いますしね。
I don't think that can really count as a talent. Maybe as a hobby, but that's not the same thing. She furrows her brow over this difference in nuance and starts back on washing my legs. Her hands are creeping into dangerous territory. Maybe because her mind's also wandering.
そうだ。なら朗読はどうかしら。
I know. How about recital?
はい。
Come again? I assume she understood why I didn't consider reading much of a skill, so I find myself questioning her rather frankly.
あら、聞いたことがないかしら。朗読なのだけど。
Recital. Reading aloud. Well, if she's doing it too, I guess we'll count it. It suddenly occurs to me that I may not have been firm enough. Maybe she didn't cotton on to the fact that I was turning her down.
バスキや教諭も付き合ってくれるなら。
I'd do it if you were doing it too. I answer her.
まあ、それは良い。
Oh my, that would be wonderful.
なんて、朗読とか子供への読み聞かせでしょ。あれは特技とは言いませんよね。
But come on, just reading aloud for kids, right? That's not a talent. Thanks. I know I'm not reading for kids, but I'm doing almost the exact same thing. And also being in a speech contest when I was younger because I was selected, because I tried and got a decent ranking and kind of lost only because it was a sap story. Thanks, Erica. Thanks. You want to twist the knife too while you're at it?
はい。
Huh? Yes.
どうしたんです？
Is something wrong?
いえ。
No. I tell my head as their shoulders droop in obvious dejection. Did I say something wrong?
一緒に学べると思ったのに。
I thought we could learn together. Whisper is so quiet that I can't quite catch what she's saying, and when I ask, she simply forces a smile.
まあ、長いスパンで考えてみますよ。
I'll keep trying and keep an open mind. I leave it at that. Still, ouch, Erica. Singing. Awake sluggishly to a faint but clear rhythm, already worming its way into my sleeping brain. The window was slightly open due to the heat, and through it is wafting a pleasantly cool breeze, along with a curious scent that you wouldn't even recognize as singing unless listening very closely.
熱心なやつだな、まったく。
Geez, she sure is dedicated. As I rose sleepily in my eyes, I recall having gone to the chapel yesterday in my quest for a special skill of my own. I feel my cheeks flush hotly as I picture myself singing, while wearing the cute uniform of the choir club.
やめだ、やめやめ。
Nope. Hastily embarrassed by this image, I pull the covers up over my head to block out the singing from outside. It's hot and humid, but there's still a numbing drowsiness tugging at my brain. That's how I feel when it's hot and humid. I just don't want to wake up. I just want to sleep through it. And dark and quiet, it's not long before I fall back into a calm sleep. A cloud in the shape of a cat floats above the distant forest. The sky is a bright clear blue and the large fluffy cloud forming the cat's head stands out in sharp relief against the ridgeline. Today's gonna be another hot one, I think, as I gaze out the window at the sun beating down relentlessly when I hear a voice.
今日は皆さんにお願いがあるの。
I have a favor to ask of you all. Sister Basque addresses the class after morning prayers. Turning forward to look at her, I see her smiling, both her hands clasped in front of her as though cradling some precious gem.
来週末に朗読劇があるのだけど、やってみたいと思う人はいないかしら。
Next weekend there's going to be a recitation, and I was wondering if anyone would be interested in participating. A bewildered silence falls over the classroom.
ダリア先生、それだけでは何をおっしゃっているのか。
Sister Dahlia, I'm not quite sure what you mean. The president raised her hand and asked for clarification on the class's behalf. Sister Basque clasps her hand together, looking bashful.
そうね、そうだわ。朗読劇というのは朗読よ。八重垣さんには話したわよね。
Oh yes, of course, a recitals event where different texts are read aloud. I mentioned it to you, Miss Yagaki, didn't I?
はい。
Huh? Yeah. Fuck. She catches me off guard. I nod hurriedly, although the president still looks like she wants more of an explanation.
朗読劇は夏と冬の年に2度ほど行われる学院の行事なの。古くからある伝統のある行事なのよ。
The Academy holds 2 recitals each year, one in the summer and one in the winter. It's an old tradition here. After hearing this, she finally seems satisfied and nods.
朗読はただ小説や詩歌を音読するものではないの。感情を込め、その言葉の意味を理解し、耳にしている相手へと響かせる。
Her style doesn't simply involve reading a story or poem out loud. It also has to contain plenty of emotion, so that the text really resonates with the audience and they understand the meaning behind the words.
聖書を読み解くためにも推奨されているの。
It's recommended as a means of gaining a deeper understanding of the Bible as well.
そうだったのですか。学院案内のパンフレットには記されていなかったので、何かと。
I see. Since it wasn't included in the Academy brochure, I wasn't sure what it was.
伝統のある行事だけれど、規模はそれほど大きくないから記されてなかったのではないかしら。でも、
Well, it may be a traditional event here. It's not such a big one. That's probably why it wasn't included. However,
この技能を収めていると、新職員や看護など就職する際にも有利なのよ。
mastering a skill like that is very beneficial when you're interested in work that involves speaking with the public, such as nursing, or local government, or being a YouTuber. Wait, what was that last one? Sister Basquade's expression has taken a relatively mundane turn. With the president still nodding along, her braids shaking, she seems satisfied.
先生、来週末に開催するって話ですけど、それって全員参加なんですか？
Sister Dahlia, you said that the event was going to be held next weekend. Does that mean we're all participating?
いいえ、人数は特に決まってはいないの。何人でも参加できるわ。
No, there's no set number of participants. Anyone who wants to join may do so. Going by my classmates' whispers, the majority seem to find the idea interesting, but also a bit embarrassing. This is a school for respectable young ladies, after all. There aren't many who are inclined to take the initiative and get up in front of an audience.
でも何人でも大丈夫なのだけど、読む本は一つなの。だから役が多い場合、振り分けられるけれど。
Oh, but while any number of students can participate, you'll all be reading from the same text, so if there are too many people for the roles, you may want to divide some of them. She looks around the class.
一人で何役も演じられる場合は、一人で参加しても良いのよ。
But if you're up to playing multiple parts, then it's fine to enter alone. Her eyes narrow as she smiles at us, realizing that this means we'll have to go up on stage with very few people. The chatter immediately tapers off.
あなたは立候補しないの？
Aren't you going to volunteer?
はあ？なんで私が？
What? Why would I?
あなた、本好きじゃない？
I thought you liked books. Takasaki's way off the mark. I turned to her, saying, We'll find out next episode. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you on the next one. See you then. I'm going to try to get through a couple of these.